between the Edgewood Crusaders and your Oregon Panthers. Edgewood High School, Oregon High School, and the WIAA, we require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated in our grounds for removal from a site of competition. On behalf of Oregon Director of Athletics, Mike Carr, good luck to all coaches and competitors. We hope everyone will enjoy tonight's event in the spirit of positive sportsmanship. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, to honor America, would you please rise, remove your hats, and join in singing of our national anthem. Now, here are tonight's starting lineups. First, with the Edgewood Crusaders. Senior, number 3, 6'2" senior, J.J. Illigan. A sophomore, 6'1", number 20, Michael Regner. At sophomore, number 24, Elandro Jimenez. A 6'5" senior, number 30, Michael Maragli. And as senior, 6'3", number 42, Andrew Newton. The Edgewood Crusaders are coached by Chris Zwadler. And now for your Oregon Panthers. Starting at guard, a 6-foot senior, number 3, Nolan Look. At guard, a 5'11" sophomore, number 5, Eric Victorson. At wing, a 6'4" senior, number 11, Eric Erickson. At guard, a 6'1" senior, number 34, Ethan Victorson. And a 6'4" junior, number 44, Adam Yates. Your Panthers are coached by Chris Siebert.
All right, can I hear myself? Sweet. Welcome to a live broadcast of WIAA Division II Boys Varsity Basketball. Thank you for tuning in, whether you're watching on Spectrum Cable Channel 984 or whether you're with us live on YouTube. I'm Sean Bull here with Johnny McGrath. You're watching OCAmedia Sports. Johnny, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. In the middle of the finals grind, gearing up for a really exciting basketball game here.
It is indeed an exciting game. We've got the Oregon Panthers in a Badger South showdown with the Edgewood Crusaders here. The Panthers are right now at 3-2 overall. They are undefeated in the Badger Conference, and they're looking to keep it that way tonight. Panthers starting off quick. Eric Victorson with 3. Yeah, all right off the bat.
Great way to debut the game there with a 3-pointer from Mr. Eric Victorson.
Now it's the Crusaders' turn. Edgewood starting it off here. Yeah, the Edgewood not doing quite as well in conference. They're at 1-1 overall, which kind of puts them squarely in the middle of the Badger South. Panthers are actually one of 3 teams remaining that have not lost a game within conference so far. The other 2, of course, the venerable Stoughton and Monona Grove teams. So you know, pretty good company the Panthers are in at the moment, Johnny.
Well, and hopefully Oregon can keep that undefeated record here in conference tonight.
The last Panthers game was Friday, in which the boys traveled to Monroe. Oregon ended the first half of that game down by 7 points, but they emerged from the locker room a new team. They scored nearly twice what the Cheesemakers did in the second half. And there is
Michael Maragioli.
Yes, Michael Maragioli for the Edgewood Crusaders. He's going to be a guy to watch tonight, Johnny. He scored, while we're talking recent games. Oh, there's Eric Victorson again.
Eric Victorson with the response. You scratch our back, we scratch yours.
Sort of an aggressive scratching with basketball, you know. Usually that saying has a positive connotation, but not tonight.
Not in this case.
No.
There is no mercy in this game.
Yeah, Friday, Edgewood was at Fort Atkinson, or rather, they hosted Fort Atkinson at their own school, and that's where they picked up their first conference win against the Blackhawks. Maragioli, number 30, that guy we just saw score. I mean, quite a powerhouse for the Crusaders. He scored 20 of their 64 points in that game.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, he's definitely someone to watch out for as well. Eric Victorson was looking for another 3 there. They're going to call him for the travel instead.
Travel there. Yeah, this ain't the NBA. You got to watch your footing.
Maragioli inbounding to Sandro Jimenez. We got a tall team here, the Edgewood High School. Either that or they're over-reporting their numbers. I'm not going to speculate which it might be, but no, they do seem pretty tall when you're looking down at them there. Not a guy under 6 foot on the starting line.
Yeah. They must have recruited from the football team. All right, they're going to inbounds. Looking to do some post moves. Outside.
See, Edgewood is the only D3 team within the Badger South Conference. We are generally a D2 affair. And Jimenez drives all the way through.
Give him that one. It's strange they didn't call.
See, they're D3, Johnny, but I think they're able to compete. You know, it's all about blessings from the Pope. That's how they compensate. Ethan Victorson, not to be outdone by his younger brother.
Victorson.
That's his first 3 points of the night.
That is this is a Mike Miller game right now here. A 3-point on 3 points. Oh, and almost a turnover there. Looks like they'll do a nice.
Oh, they're going to get Adam Yates. Smacked number 22, Mitchell Wendler, just right on the back of the head as he was taking that shot.
It looks like that might be a 3-point play opportunity as well.
And that's going to rattle out. Nolan Look taking it up for the Panthers now.
Better look out for him. He's pretty dangerous when he's at the top of the key. And look at that.
Inside to Yates.
Oh, the strategic assist.
Full orbit, yeah.
Yeah, the full orbit around the arc there. That was some intergalactic travel right there. And the outside 3, maybe not the best form. Now Nolan Look bringing up the ball. Fast pass to Victorson. Victorson inside. Oh.
Erickson couldn't quite get a hand on it. A lot of traffic there from Edgewood, you know.
Yeah, you got to watch that.
Of course, Edgewood's used to traffic, Johnny. It's, have you been down Monroe Street recently? It's a nightmare over there.
It's not fun.
No.
You got to deal with all those lousy jaywalkers, you know, that don't care that you're a... Oh, and an easy inside. They can't give that away so easily next time. That was Michael Rainier.
We're guessing as much as you tonight, folks. Of course, you don't have the spelling of the names in front of you, so it's really more on us still. Eric Victorson trying to find a way inside, stymied at the three-point line.
Playing him tight now. Now Nolan look. And a nice
Erickson
outside
pulls up.
Pull up. Oh, won't quite get it there. Edgewood with the rebound.
Gioli driving all the way inside for the Crusaders, and no basket.
It's like they'll call foul. Thought it might have been a travel, but
Gonna get a switch out. Once again tonight, we will expose my dependence on the in-house announcer for calling who the fouls are on all the time. In any case, we've got Logan Ackerman and Ryan Panzer in.
The Panzer tank is into.
Eric's going to pull up again. Ackerman's going to try to grab it down, but that is going to stay with the Panthers, even though they couldn't really get a solid hand on it.
Panthers have come out hot at the arc. So we'll see what they bring to the table now, a few minutes into the game here. All right, a difficult pass. They're going to keep the possession. Edgewood is really getting feisty here.
Nice recovery by Erickson, though.
These Crusaders are on quite the crusade defensively. Outside, Nolan look. Oh, not quite going to get it there. Edgewood with the rebound. And
they're going to get Nolan look on that reach in on number 24, Jimenez.
In for Ethan Vickerson.
I think Nolan Look's going to get a chance to rest his feet. Ethan Victorson back in.
Mr. Look was not looking out for the foul there. Bad play on words.
Jimenez passes off to, Rayner. Yeah, this is going to take a little while to learn names, Johnny.
Yeah, you and me both. Now at the arc. Not to be outdone with a rebound from Erickson.
Ackerman passes inside. Panzer doesn't quite have it.
The Panzer tank.
Stylish roll, though. Did you see that?
That was pretty cool. And the rebound with Eric Victorson. Oh, couldn't quite get that one to his brother. But Oregon will maintain possession on this side.
In for Edgewood, Daniel James.
Nolan Look back in, taking the place of Eric Victorson. Carter Erickson going to be inbounding to Ethan Victorson, who's got it at the top near the half line. Ackerman now with the ball, looking for an inlet, going to take it himself into Erickson, and he's got it. That's two for Carter.
A nice in and out right there, and fantastic look there to Carter.
Daniel James now with the ball at the top of the key. They kick it out to, all right, I'm just going to say James again.
Looks like they're trying an outside presence, and Edgewood is not to be outdone with a three-pointer of their own.
That's 5 for Rayner tonight.
Rayner is reining in the field goals tonight. This is a technical term for a basketball point.
Erickson got the ball at the top now. Pass over to Victorson, and we're going to call a timeout for Oregon.
Oregon going to slow some momentum.
So yeah, no. Friday's game was a good game for the Panthers. It ended. They really rallied in the second half. They both shut down Monroe's offense and generated a lot more of their own. Friday's game ended with Oregon. I guess that's supposed to be 72 to Monroe 62. Had a little bit of a typo there. That puts the Panthers' record into a winning overall 3-2. Let's see, what else was I talking about here? Oh, other fun news. Ethan Victorson is now the number 2 scorer overall in the Badger South, averaging 18 points per game.
He's the number 2 leading scorer?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a senior from Monona Grove who is actually in the number 1 spot. I mean, he's got some ridiculous, like, 26 or something like that. But, you know, here we are. Panthers are back on offense. We're going to kick it out to Ethan.
Oh!
And that's going to bounce. Ackerman was looking for that, but there's a little bit of a tangle of arms there. Looks like the Panthers are going to get that ball back. Guess they called that on Jack Clark from Edgewood.
Looks like Oregon's going to maintain possession on this side.
Interesting thing here on the Edgewood roster, they've got everyone's middle school that they came from. Usually nobody cares about that, but I guess, you know, when it's a private school in Madison, you get a lot of variety there. Nolan, look! Takes
You got
the
to
long
look
two
out
from
for
the corner.
Nolan. Look, that long 2.
Yeah, it would be a pretty boring sheet if they listed all the Panthers middle schools they came from. A long list of mostly Oregon middle school.
That'd be like that useless trivia that you could have at like a trivia night, you know.
Yeah, but it'd be like if all of the trivia questions somehow yielded the same answer.
And we're geared towards Oregon basketball.
Yeah, right. That's Marigioli, a long 3 for him.
Edgewood is not to be outdone, as now the score is 15-all. But the response from Ethan Victorson, the powerhouse player here. Though he does not have as cool a hairstyle as his brother.
You a fan of the curls, Johnny?
It's good luck in basketball. That's my superstition.
You could probably do that, right? Grow your hair out, put some curlers in every night.
Nah, maybe back in my hippie days.
Oh, okay, yeah, right.
I'm too old for that.
Which grade of high school was that, Johnny?
Oh,
was
boy.
your hippie days?
Well, that might have been 6th grade, actually.
Oh, wow, all that far back.
Yeah.
Legos and world peace. That was your concerns in 6th grade.
Legos and world peace. It's true. I remember those days. Looks like they got an ambush there, and they're going to call travel. Intelligent defensive strategy right there from Oregon.
Yates, easy kick in to the younger Victorson. Getting some pressure from Daniel James.
Doing some crossover there.
James really reaching in there. We really stepping it up. Now we've got Ethan Victorson trying to work his way in. Cuts it into Nolan.
Oh!
Ooh. Kind of fell hard there. Looks like he's all right.
He might get to shoot a couple at the line.
Got Marigioli and Newton from Edgewood trying to grab this back for the Crusaders.
Swished. He sank that like it was the Titanic.
Oh, we are not doing this again.
Oh, 2 for 2.
Gioli passes over to Newton.
Newton's
That
going
shot's
to be
gonna
a
go
little
wide.
off
Yep.
target there.
Yep. Panzer.
Now the Panzer
Driving now.
tank coming in hot.
Eric Victorson just pulls up with the three.
Oh.
Doesn't quite have it look trying to grab that back, but Newton ultimately going to deny that.
Newton going to deny that like it's the laws of physics.
James going to pull up for a three now.
Long three from James and rebounded by Victorson, but it looks like they're going to keep possession for Edgewood.
Looks like we've got Sam Salzwedel inbounding for the Crusaders now. Finds Jimenez.
They'll get the rebound, and
There's
they're going.
Newton.
Sir Newton right there with a very intelligent post move right there. Just quick in and out. Now Nolan Look carrying around the corner, the arc.
Yates dumps it off to Eric, and
Look.
back to Yates. Going to
Back
take
to
a
Yates with a
three.
three.
Oh!
He's gonna drill that in like a loose nail.
Yep. That's how nails work, all right.
Now Oregon is tightening up the noose on defense. And a turnover and a nice fast break from Mr. Victorson. Eric Victorson with a fast break.
Yeah, that's going to rattle the Edgewood coach a little bit. They're going to want to take a timeout for that. Oregon now up over Edgewood 24-17 with 6:20 left to play. Let's do a real quick rundown on our sponsors. Thank the people who make all this possible. People like Oregon Community Bank. Feel good banking.
Stoughton Hospital and Urgent Care Clinic. Trusted care close to home.
The Oregon Chamber of Commerce, in promoting, informing, connecting, and advocating for local businesses and the Oregon community.
The Oregon School District actively building competence, character, culture, and community.
The Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Please consider being a part of your athlete's success and become a booster today. Check out OregonAthleticBoosters.com for details.
Toro Horse Insurance, your hometown insurance agency that's doing big things.
Sonny's Kitchen, serving great coffee, delicious home-cooked meals, award-winning desserts. Located in the heart of Oregon.
Oregon Tax and Accounting, serving the Oregon community since 2001. See Jim for all your small business and personal tax services.
Firefly Coffee House and Artisan Cheese in the heart of downtown Oregon, offering fresh bakery, daily lunch specials, soups and salads, along with hand-selected small batch Wisconsin cheese. Edgewood Crusaders trying to get a third try at it, but no good. Oh, well, Yates wasn't able to keep it in, so the Edgewood Crusaders are going to get it back after all. Please thank our sponsors for supporting OCAmedia sports broadcasts of Panther Athletics. Please, when you go and patronize them, which please do, all of our sponsors are great businesses that we love to partner with. But do mention that you saw our advertisement on a TV broadcast. It really does make a difference as to whether they'll keep that partnership with us in the coming years.
And be sure to also like us on Facebook. Send us your game day photos using hashtag OCAGameDay. For all of you social media junkies out there.
That was two from J.J. Ilgin? Yeah, that's what I'm going with. He almost took that away from Ethan Victorson just there. Number 3, a deft hand. Carter Erickson couldn't quite find the drive he wanted.
Now Victorson doing the drive, and looks like they're going to give it to Edgewood there. Suppose that would be a charge.
Yes, that's quite the setup they had there.
It was set up like it was a crime.
Also, you know, we, as hard as it may be to cram our sponsor read into a 60-second timeout, we are not full up on sponsors. We'd love to have you as a sponsor too. Doesn't matter if you're a business or just an individual with some money and a cause. We will drop us a note at OCAmedia.com, and we'd love to work with you.
Now Victorson on top. Eric Victorson looking for Ethan. They got that brotherly sixth sense kind of instinct to see each other on the court. Now Bush outside to Victorson. Victorson with a three-pointer! He swished that like his first date. Ethan Victorson.
You're going to have to explain that phrase to me sometime, Johnny. I'm not sure what you're getting at there.
We're going to have to do some debriefing and clarification after this.
Okay, all right.
After this game.
Nice grab down by Bush.
Bush just going hardcore there.
Gets a clear pass back for the Panthers.
Bush master, as some might say. Bush to Victorson now. Eric bringing down the ball. Wide open Ethan to.
There's Eric Victorson.
Oh!
Out.
It's not going to happen for him.
Not like the good type of rollout, like the Autobots or anything. It's a different type, unfortunately. Nice block by Bush again. Really stymied Jimenez there in what would have otherwise been a pretty easy shot from the side.
Bush is bringing some really awesome defensive presence, especially for Oregon right now. This is the NBA. I'd give him a sixth man of the year. Looks like the Panzer tank is coming in for Carter Erickson.
Marigioli gets a couple lucky bounces, and that's one successful free throw.
Looking to make this a 6-point game. He'll swish that second one. Now no look out for Nolan Look is coming in with a ball. I gotta think of a nickname for him.
Bush, the quick scoop off to
Panzer tank. Oh, and Bush with a rebound.
He's going to get a rebound again.
The Bushmaster with an amazing presence inside that post. Oh, and a turnover to Bush. Oh, it's a game of hot potato. Oh, they had a really good chance for a fast break there.
Yeah, ball was just kind of all over the place in that one. Thankfully, the Panthers are going to get that back. Grabbed inside by Bush.
And Bush going to go up with it again. Oh, but it's not going to happen today.
Just over 3 minutes left to play. Edgewood looking to make this a little bit closer to the game. Oregon still leading 29-21, 8-point gap.
Now Oregon is going to king that ball in. Nolan Look inbounds over to Ethan Victorson.
And Eric's going to take his turn on point.
Look at that man, sick crossover. Oh, but he couldn't quite get that stylish pass to work, as now it left the door open for a fast break. But
Great work by Ethan just to get in there and
get
get
that
in
hustle.
front of Jimenez.
yeah, didn't let that fast break happen. He's looking out for his brother.
Adam Yates now switching in for Detainia Push. Marigioli inbounding for Edgewood.
Looks like Panzer's going to get the rebound and give it over to Eric Victorson. Now Adam Yates with the ball. Adam Yates outside. Oh, it's not quite going to work for him today. They're going to take an outside tray. They're going to rock that one in. Oregon's got to figure out how they want to keep this one now. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Now Ethan Victorson looking for a move. Over to the Panzer tank. Oh, it's not quite going to work for him today.
Marigioli taking it back for Edgewood. Hands it off to Jimenez. Ball comes loose.
Oh, the turnover!
Eric's got it.
Oh,
Or not.
It's like Edgewood maintains possession. Now they're open for a three, but
Rayner going again.
nice closeout on Rayner. Oh, but they got the rebound. Looks like that was Michael Marioli.
Yep, that's going to elicit another timeout as Edgewood has now climbed within 3 points of Oregon. Yep, that's how these games go, Johnny. You know?
Oregon's got to get that pace figured out so they can keep this lead, because a 3-point lead is not necessarily a comfortable lead.
Got quite a bit bigger student section here tonight than we did previously. We've also got a full representation from the Oregon cheer team, which is nice to see. You know, we get something here almost every night. Last night it was the varsity band, and you know, you just keep the entertainment going in between the between the plays. You know, Johnny, now Oregon High School just unblocked YouTube on their Wi-Fi after school hours.
Oh, I remember when they blocked YouTube.
Yeah, well, they still do during when school is going on. So you know, you can't be watching like Crash Course during your test to learn what AP Psych is.
Not that I ever did that.
Right. Well, you couldn't.
Yeah,
it was
you
blocked
couldn't back in the day.
unless you had a VPN. Anyways, in any case, you don't need a VPN now to watch OCAmedia's live stream broadcasts over YouTube.com. What you need to do is either follow us on YouTube, or you can go to YouTube through OCAmedia.com. Click Watch Live. You can watch from anywhere in the world with an internet connection, including in the gym where the Panthers are playing right now. Yeah, you can't get replays when you're watching live, but you could rewind our live stream as often as you want. It's really a nice little bonus. I think that's how people should start watching it from now on.
Just double tap for the 10-second rewind.
Everybody bring a phone or a laptop in, and they can all watch our live stream.
Now Yates bringing in the ball, looking for that inside play.
Less than a minute left to go. Edgewood going to try to tie this up before they have to go into the locker room here.
Edgewood is pulling the old-fashioned Floyd Mayweather here, letting the Conor McGregor team go out first, but not going to be outdone by Mr. Victorson as he's going to come down hot with the ball. Over to Nolan Look.
Look almost pulled up for a long three there, but elects to take the more prudent path.
Panzer! They're going to call a foul. Is that a foul? Yep, looks like they're going to call one on Panzer.
No, in favor of Panzer.
Oh, in
perhaps.
favor of Panzer.
Even Victorson going to be inbounding for the Panthers. 23.8 seconds left to go.
They could just
But they got fingers of Nolan Look.
Panzer
Panzer
retains
recovers.
it. Now Nolan Look at the top of the key. He's looking.
Yeah, they're going to wait this out. Why not?
Makes sense.
Why not?
Gonna run down the clock.
Panzer
Panzer
gonna take it.
outside. Oh! The Panzer tank with a three-pointer to close out the first half.
I want to apologize to Noah, our cameraman and producer, who not only did we blow out all of our sound equipment, but also his eardrums.
Well, let's be honest. We were hoping that would happen so we could.
Okay, so with the last second three from Ryan Panzer, that is 32-26 at the half. Oregon leading over the Edgewood Crusaders, looking to keep their undefeated streak alive in the Badger South Conference.
This right here is a barn burner, as Edgewood is not to be outdone with a solid presence offensively. But right now, I think where the real test is going to be is what these teams show when they come out defensively. I'm curious to see with Oregon's new coaching arrangement how they'll do that, especially when you're in a close game like this.
Right. It looks like Chris Siebert has really gotten a handle on the Panthers now. You know, they're really starting to have an upward swing as it was. Yeah, the one thing they got to look out for is, of course, Edgewood has a lot of. Well, you got to look out for Marigioli. I mean, he's a senior, and he's already got 10 points on the night, so that is nothing to scoff at. Michael Rayner not far behind with 8 points so far for the 6'1" sophomore from Wanakee Middle School. I still think that's funny that they've got all their middle schools listed.
I'm glad I know where he went to middle school. So
Right.
use
That
in
really
my
tells you a
trivia.
lot. Okay, so with that, we want to remind you to tell your folks out there in the world that they can watch our live streams. You know, we've got a lot of Oregon sports that we're doing. We're doing hockey coming up this Friday. That's going to be a full Friday night live setup there. Also, we got 2 girls games next week. Tuesday, they are going to be facing off against Watertown. Thursday, they're going to take on the Burlington Demons right here in the Oregon O-Zone. We are going to be streaming that all live. And then next Friday, not this Friday, but next, we will be back here with the Oregon boys, and we will have a live stream, multi-camera, the whole shebang of their fight against Monona Grove. That is going to be a huge game. Monona Grove, historically a very tough team. They've got the top scorer in the conference. And, you know, no love lost between these teams. That's going to be a rivalry you're not going to want to miss. We are pulling out all the stops for that. So, in the meantime, we have got another exciting half of basketball coming up in just a few minutes. We are going to step away, but our live stream is not ending, so don't go anywhere, and we will be back in just a few. You're watching OCAmedia Sports. All righty, folks. We are just about coming back in. 18 glorious minutes of Badger South basketball coming right back at you. We got the second half of Oregon Panthers versus the Edgewood Crusaders. I'm Sean Bull here in the Oregon O-Zone with Johnny McGrath. And Edgewood starting it off on offense now. Michael Marigioli pass it off to, gosh, I can't remember these people. Jimenez to Newton. There we go. We're getting it. We're getting it. Jimenez pulls up for a three. Not going to be successful, but Marigioli is going to take his own shot, and that's going to go in.
That's a pretty quick move right there. They got to stay on their guard when those big men play those kind of post moves.
Yeah, Michael Marigioli, a big man indeed, 6'5". So probably the tallest person on the court at any time tonight. Carter Erickson just goes out with his three.
Carter Erickson, maybe he was a little too far out for that one.
Yep, that's all right though. Jimenez gonna take it for the Crusaders.
And almost a turnover, but it looks like Edgewood will retain possession. And it looks like they're going to not get that pass they wanted.
Ethan Victorson gonna inbound for the Panthers. Pops it off to Nolan Look. 17 minutes left to play. One score rather. This is a 4-point game.
Nolan Look on the right side of the key. Victorson looking to, they're going to travel on him. Yeah, that man's got to watch it. Those fake moves, as cool as they look, they can deceive you if you are misillusioned. This is high school basketball, not the NBA. And the pull-up.
That's going to bounce.
But he'll get the rebound, and he'll give it over to his brother.
Eric Victorson taking it inside.
And Eric Victorson getting the redemption. And the Oregon students stand up again. Stand up and cheer, as Montana State would say. The three-point play will not work out for him.
Jimenez kicks out to Marigioli. Over to Newton. That's going to go out of the hands of Rayner, who was the intended target there.
It looks like Victorson is going to inbound the ball. For that inbounds pass. It's going to be driven by Yates, but not quite going to work out for him. Right idea, though. And Edgewood's going to come on a quick, almost a fast break there. Now inside to Victorson. Victorson with that inside layup. Just in and out, just swish and swash. I don't know the word I was looking for there. Oh.
Ryan Panzer switching in favor of Adam Yates. Eric Victorson takes the short pass into Nolan Look, who's just getting a bit of pressure from James. Look, going to take it all the way to the three, and going to kick out to Panzer.
Oh,
not
quite going to work out for him.
Maraggioli to James. Maraggioli once again.
Just that quick outside J, like, man, I swear this guy probably played games on the street when he was younger. Now Victorson outside to his brother.
The streets of Edgewood Campus Middle School, if we're being precise.
The mean streets of.
We know where all these people were.
Because we got that information on the roster. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have.
Life is hard outside the streets of Edgewood Campus Middle School. It's a rough part of town.
They didn't have it as
Basketball
good as,
is the only way out.
That's how these guys got their start. Now Victorson outside, but
Nolan Look took kind of a spill there. Panthers going to reset from beneath the basket.
Victorson is going to inbound her. Now back to his brother like a handoff, if you will.
Going to
Now
pull up from the
outside.
corner.
Oh!
Into the waiting hands of Maraggioli. Nolan Look going to attempt to stop it.
And Edgewood just, they really are playing the Floyd Mayweather game here.
Edgewood now within 2 points of Oregon. Oregon's only scored. Well, they've only scored 2 points in this entire half so far, whereas Edgewood has quadrupled that with 8. Going to kick it into Panzer for a quick
And
two.
the Panzer tank is going to take a J outside right there.
That's the tank's smaller guns, but you know, sometimes that's all it takes to take out the target. You know, you don't need the big tank cannon for everything.
Sometimes you just need that nice quick shot. Oh, Edgewood with that. Rebounded by Victorson.
Kick it out to Yates. Yates was thinking about that three, but
David Yates giving it over to. That'll be Logan Ackerman for his first layup at the 2 points of the game.
Ackerman, generally a very unselfish player. You know, he always prefers to kick it out when he can, but he was just in the right place at the right time, and that was absolutely the right call. Maraggioli not finding the formula for that one.
Now they're looking for some range. And outside. Now it's going to be tipped, and it looks like Micah's going to get that rebound again. Rebounded by Nolan Look. About time Oregon gets that ball back.
Just a great denial there. Panzer going to take it in, but he's got the ball swatted out from behind him. Great look from Rayner from Edgewood. Rayner going to take it on the offense now.
Panzer with a nice hustle, but not to be outdone by Mr. Michael Rayner, excuse me. Oregon has got to get rid of this close trail here. Inside to Panzer. He'll go back outside, though. Mr. Yates. That's a Nolan. We got to create some separation here. Give him some space to go take a shot. Ooh, but it looks like Nolan's got to get up there.
Ackerman doing a good job shutting down inside, but
Not enough.
Jack Clark, that's his first 2 points of the night. That's another 6'3" guy from Blessed Sacrament Middle School.
Now outside, Victorson with a long three-pointer. He is not going to go down without a fight here, and I love that.
And we're going to call it timeout now. Oregon 43, Edgewood 38. With that, we'd like to thank once again our generous sponsors like Oregon Community Bank, Feel Good Banking,
Stoughton Hospital and Oregon Urgent Care Clinic, trusted care close to home.
the Oregon Chamber of Commerce, promoting, informing, connecting, and advocating for local businesses and the Oregon community.
The Oregon School District, actively building competence, character, culture, and community.
The Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Please consider being a part of your athlete's success and become a booster today. Check out OregonAthleticBoosters.com for details.
And Toro Host Insurance, your hometown insurance agency that's doing big things.
Sonny's Kitchen, serving great coffee, delicious home-cooked meals, and award-winning desserts. Located in the heart of Oregon.
Oregon Tax and Accounting, serving the Oregon community since 2001. See Jim for all your small business and personal tax services.
Firefly Coffee House and Artisan Cheese in the heart of downtown Oregon, offering fresh bakery, daily lunch specials, soups, and salads, along with hand-selected small-batch Wisconsin cheese. Please thank our sponsors for supporting OCAmedia sports broadcasts of Panther Athletics. We'd love to have you as a sponsor, too. Drop us a note at OCAmedia.com.
Be sure to like us on Facebook. Send us your game day photos using hashtag OCA Game Day. I want to see that in the top trending on Twitter.
Daniel James starting it off for Edgewood, but that's quickly going to be kicked out to Rayner. We got some new faces out here on the Edgewood court, actually.
Outside for Sam
Salzwedel.
He's
Relatively petite, 6 foot tall by the Edgewood standards.
That is the Salisbury Weedle there. Now Victorson inside. And it looks like they're going to let him take a couple free throws. Ooh. Got to do it nice and easy, Vickerson.
Oregon hasn't found their way to the free throw line much at all tonight.
They have not. There hasn't really been a lot of personals called this for Edgewood. They'll get that second one though.
Edgewood just trailing Oregon by 3 points with just over 10 minutes left to play. Going to kick it out to Salzwedel, back to James.
Edgewood is not going to let this lead.
James cutting in, no basket.
And we're not going to let that one happen.
Eric Victorson switching in for his older brother.
Oh, a long pass over to 14. That was stylish. That was a really impressive shot there.
That was Marigioli, right? I didn't see that.
I believe so.
Okay.
Marigioli's like...
So if my count's correct, that's 21 points for him tonight.
This guy's carrying almost half the team's score from Edgewood, half the team's points. Dickerson inbounds over to Nolan Look. And they're going to call travel on Mr. Bush.
Just an unfortunate step by Detania there. going to be switched out. Eric Victorson back in the game. James
Looks like he's going to lose possession of the ball, and it's
going to roll around.
Potato.
And that's going to go back to the Panthers.
Looks like Oregon inbounding the ball here.
Number 14, Jackson Wendler from Edgewood had some protest at the end of that play, as if perhaps someone had sat on him a little bit. But you know, that's how those pileups work sometimes.
Sometimes you just gotta face it. Will be now. They're looking to. Oh, another hot potato here. Looks like this ball is free spirits. It doesn't want to be possessed by anyone.
Maragioli inbounds to Daniel James.
James looking for some presence to get the ball to.
He's looking for Salzwedel or Maragioli on that side. Edgewood coach not happy with the way that was going for Sweatler. Edgewood only trailing by 1 point now, Johnny. We are at 44-43 with 8.5 minutes left to go.
For the past minute or two, there hasn't been anyone to score. It's been kind of a cold 2 minutes compared to the rest of this game, and where there's been a lot of baskets put in. Oregon's really got to be on their guard right now, because this is risky business. Daniel James bringing down the ball. They're going to call travel on him.
Yeah, he kind of rocked back and forth a little bit.
Sometimes you just got to commit. In that case, he did not.
Adam Yates passes into Nolan Look. Panthers going to take this a little methodically now. We're in the fourth quarter of the game, if such things existed at the high school level. Yates was kind of stuck in a corner there, so they're going to call a good timeout to just get a reset opportunity. 8 minutes and 3 seconds left to go. No change in score from the last time we said it.
Got ourselves a dead ball.
A little bit of a quieter crowd here now. We got the cheerleaders coming in. You know, my co-host for the girls' games that has been doing some of these was talking about how he wanted to see a defense sign from the student section. I think they might have defense on the opposite side of those cheerleading signs, so that's the next best thing, really. It's something to get the student section going.
Yeah, well, right now the defense is very critical for Oregon. They really need to get a little sharper on that, because Edgewood is dry right now, but they're going to quickly rendezvous that with. That's not the word I'm looking for, but they're gonna develop a way to get that offense figured out. And if Oregon is not on their guard, it's not gonna do well in their favor.
Speaking of the opposite of dry, trying to get away from dry, you excited for Aquaman, Johnny?
I am, actually, but I'll tell you what I'm really excited for is the new Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, I've heard that's supposed to be great.
I'm excited because it's they were going to actually have Tobey Maguire play the Peter Parker Spider-Man in that.
Really?
Originally, yeah.
Okay.
That would have been kind of cool.
I feel like that would have been confusing, right?
It would have been.
Like just a little bit, like a little, not confusing, but distracting.
But it would have been like
Distracting in the same way that Ryan Reynolds voicing Detective Pikachu is going to be distracting. Ethan Victorson rolls his first one in.
bankrolling like he's doing some business there.
What about the Transformers reboot, Bumblebee?
Ooh, that's weird. You know, I've heard that's actually supposed to be really good. Which is weird because in the past, Transformers movies have not.
You more excited for Aquaman, Bumblebee? What's your ranking on holiday movie releases?
This is a tough one
as far as excitement.
Because usually I always go see the Star Wars.
Right, but that
movies.
doesn't exist right now.
No.
You know?
I'm gonna have to go with Spider-Man for #1.
Okay, all
And
right,
then probably. I'm curious to see what Bumblebee will be like.
all right.
So either
Is that a #2?
I guess so. It would have been Aquaman, but since they cut out like an hour of footage, I also have mixed feelings.
Okay, all right.
It might be, you know, I mean, I hope it. I want it to be good. Hopefully better than that pass from Adam Yates, excuse me.
Isn't David Yates like the Harry Potter director?
That's just that makes sense.
Talking of fall winter movies here.
Fantastic Beasts, though. That was November.
Yes, it was.
November, like the turnover from Carter Erickson. That's not really a good transition there. But I was a little too excited on that one.
Carter's going to get his second chance here. Oregon still, I mean, both teams have went back and forth here, but Oregon still just leading by 1 point. Under 7 minutes to play now. Carter Erickson sinks it. Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to see Into the Spider-Verse. My family's probably going to drag me to see the new Mary Poppins sequel.
Oh,
so
they're
like
making a sequel?
Yeah. Emily Blunt of Edge of Tomorrow is playing Mary Poppins. Very different role, I think.
She's married to Jim from The Office.
Yeah.
John Krasinski in real life, and they were in A Quiet Place together.
Not a quiet place is the ozone here tonight.
The ozone layer is lit up right now by the sound of.
Okay, yeah, it's actually relatively quiet at the moment.
Yeah.
People are a little anticipating what's going on. Oregon living on free throws right now, just barely sustaining themselves. Carter Erickson looking to change that, but
The welfare of free throws remains the consistent. Edgewood is having trouble putting them up too. Looks like they're going to give that one to Edgewood. And Adam Yates is up for some free throws. First one's not going to work out for him. It's going to bank out like Lehman Brothers in 2008.
you a big fan of The Big Short, Johnny?
It's a good one. I read the book too, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, look at you. I just saw the movie on an airplane. I'm not a good fan of that series at all.
Seriously? Oh, I love.
Well, no,
Michael
I'm
Lewis.
just saying, like, I'm not a good fan. I liked it.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm not as dedicated as you are, because clearly I haven't read the book or anything.
It's a good one. It's the book goes in a lot more detail about like who all the key players were. Speaking of key players, look at that inside layup from Carter Erickson.
There's the transition we were looking for.
I was gonna have it eventually. It just took some time there. I guess we could also make this a review for books and movies.
Ah, they're going to get Adam Yates on that. Yep. Jimenez is going to get his 2 shots. Which is weird because I thought that was kind of part of the shot, but hey, whatever.
But
oh, yeah, never mind.
All right, so he'll get a number 2 chance here. And a 3-point lead, 49-46. Oregon ahead. Now Victorson inside to now back to Victorson. Back to his younger brother. Now Nolan Look is looking around.
Yates is all by himself.
Driving the lane. Looks like they're gonna give him a basket on that one.
No, I think they got him for charging, actually.
Wow.
Yep.
No free throws there. .430 left to go in the game.
Crusaders looking to liberate the Holy Land, known as the Key, the Paint, whatever you want to call it.
They're going to try and liberate it from the Oregon Panthers of Wakanda.
Wait,
that doesn't work.
Oh,
That doesn't make any sense. Like Black Panther. But
yeah, no, I got it. Yeah, we're not going to be those people. Like, where's the White Panthers movie?
Oh. Looks like it's now a 1-point game. No one can make the definitive bet on who's going to win this one, as it is too close to call. But it'll stay here as it rolls off of Edgewood's hands. It's almost like the basketball is like karma, like, you know, either it's for you or against you.
Right. They ought to just paint basketballs with the yin and yang, you know?
Yeah, never mind these Spalding Brown looks.
Nope. That's out. That's so 20th century. Got to inject some Eastern mysticism.
Yes, you do. Now Victorson's looking for a shot.
Yeah, that was a good look out there, but they didn't get it to Victorson in quite enough time.
They will, however, give him a couple free throws here. Nice. He swished that like a paycheck at the end of the week. And 2 in a row for that man. Add the bonus to the salary.
Quick
But Edgewood is quick to retaliate.
Jackson Wendler. makes it a 1-point game once again, under 3 minutes to play for the Panthers.
Now Victorson is looking for some opportunity here.
Yeah, we were talking about Black Panther. I don't think I've ever seen black Oregon basketball jerseys. Obviously, they've got the home white jerseys. They look very nice, but
I want to say they used to have
black would be really cool as alternates. Maybe that's their way. I would think it would be orange, though, right?
It would, yeah, I think so.
I feel like a bad fan. I've never gone to see an Oregon away game. I feel like that'd be weird, right? It would just be me and the parents and a bunch of high schoolers, and I'd fit in with neither group.
You just have to like sit in the middle and be kind of like.
Yeah, if I ever go to games at other high schools, it's always when Oregon's not even playing. It's just you know. Yeah. So I can blend in with the. Like I went to a Stoughton versus MG game last year, because one of those teams was undefeated and the other team was like trying to dethrone them. It was a really critical game for the Badger South last season. So, I just went over there, and you blend right in. If neither set of parents knows you, they just assume you're with the other people. So, So
if you go to those Oregon away, they're like, oh, I know that guy.
Yeah, they're like, why is this loser college kid hanging out here?
What, he peak in high school or something?
Yeah, probably.
No. Well, at least he didn't peak in middle school like me.
Oh, yeah. Well, or peak in middle school like all these people that are proud of their middle schools. Let's read. Where are some of these people from? Yeah, some from Michael Marigioli from Edgewood campus. Michael Rainier from Wanakee Middle School. Who else has been? Andrew Newton, number 42, has been a pretty big player tonight. He's from Badger Ridge Middle School. We got people coming from all over.
That is from all over.
Well, none from Oregon, it seems. People in Oregon tend to. What happens in Oregon Middle School stays into Oregon High School, evidently.
Yeah. Bill from Queen of Peace as well. I wonder if they know Father Jared. All right. Victorson outside, and the long three.
Oh! No, it's not going to happen.
This is appalling.
Edgewood leading by just 1 point after a failed opportunity from Carter Erickson, who is currently defending Michael Marigioli, and now they're going to pass it off. Gets around Adam Yates.
And they're
going to pick up 2 off Ethan Victorson, I think.
Call a foul on them.
Victorson not happy about that break in his luck. Number 22, Mitchell Wendler, taking it at the line.
Well, that'll put it up to a 2-pointer. 2-point possession. They're bringing the Panzer tank back in. It's time to blow up some bridges here.
Yes, indeed. We gotta blitzkrieg our way to the end.
The Battle of the Bulge, if you will.
It's 1:53 left to play for the Panthers.
All right. Nolan, look. Nolan, watch out, because he'll steal your good looks. He's going to give the ball over to... And inside, Nolan, look! Oh, but a rebound, and he's got it to tie the game, 53-53. Nolan, look, with an epic rebound right there. Now we've got ourselves a real barn burner, folks. And Edgewood with that attempted retaliation and a rebound, and Adam Yates with a rebound to Nolan Look. I don't want to jinx it, and I don't want to say it too early, but there should be chance of an overtime right now.
That would not be the first time or even the second time or even the third time that has happened this season, Johnny. I have had too many overtimes for my good health. But
Too much stress for your heart.
55 seconds
55
left to play in regulation, and we are tied up at 53-53. Thanks to that stellar effort by Nolan Look. Yeah, you're talking about barn burners. You see that motel burn the other
I
day?
did see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you actually go watch that for a little bit?
Well, I didn't watch it, but my friend Dan Dean.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. He was. I think I want to say he was helping with the.
He's part of the Brooklyn.
Yeah,
fire?
EMS.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think because I saw on his Snapchat story that he was there, and when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh boy, something's not good." And then I saw the controlled burn sign. I was like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah, our boss here at OCA, Paul Zwicker, was out there doing some filming. It's as promotional work for the fire department. I decided to join him out there, even though it was a very cold night, just due to how it was very cold and windy despite the burning building.
Yeah.
But I got some really good footage out of it. I will say, some really cool pictures. However, I don't know how much of it is going to work as promotional for the fire department, Johnny, because it was an exercise in controlled burn rather than in putting out a fire so much. So, a lot of my pictures I got, you get a guy walking out of a burning building. Oh, that looks cool. That's a cool thing for a firefighter to be doing. But he's holding the torch that set the building on fire in the first place. That's not a good look.
Bode well for Oregon EMS's PR team.
No, not quite. I'll have to shoot something else for him. I think they're going to get Carter Erickson on that one. Going to send Marigioli to the line, and he has been as solid there as he is everywhere else on the court. Number 30 going to continue to rack up his score here and break my score chart. Edgewood took up so much space listing the middle schools people are from, they didn't actually give space to tally people's scores. So Marigioli is making that hard on me.
He'll get that one synced in. Edgewood is really playing the long game here. They're doing the Wilson Fisk, if you will. He's going to go for another one. That'll put Edgewood in a 2-point possession.
And that's 24 points on the night for Marigioli.
That man is very dangerous behind the arc. And now,
Victorson!
He'll take the lead, 56 to 55 on that three-pointer right there.
Ho, ho, ho! That is four
Folks.
three-pointers like that for Ethan Victorson tonight, and all of those have been huge. 26.9 seconds left to go. Oregon now leading Edgewood by 1 point. Yes, indeed. This is one, you got to start popping your blood pressure medication. Just in case, we're going to thank our sponsors one last time. Sponsors like Oregon Community Bank.
Feel Good Stoughton Hospital and Oregon Urgent Care Clinic.
The Oregon Chamber of Commerce.
The Oregon School District.
The Oregon Athletic Booster Club.
Torhorst Insurance.
Sonny's Kitchen.
Oregon Tax and Accounting.
Firefly Coffee House, and Artisan Cheese.
Please thank our sponsors for supporting OCAmedia sports broadcasts of Panther Athletics. We'd love to have you as a sponsor, so drop us a note at OCAmedia.com.
Yeah, please patronize our sponsors. Tell them OCA Media sent you. Actually tell them that. That's not just a turn of phrase. That does affect our future sponsorships. All right, so 25 seconds left to go. Edgewood looking to have the last possession if they can get it effectively. They're going to kick it out for three, and it's going to bounce.
Get rebounded.
Nolan, look, going to get fouled.
Oh, man, this is getting real intense now. Edgewood's going to do the fouling game here, and it looks like Mr. Look is going to get a couple chances. Nice.
He's concocting something up. I think the Panthers are gonna stay back a bit. Yeah, both of the Victorsons kind of waiting for Edgewood to come to them in the event that Nolan Look doesn't get this off. And that's going to be an unfortunate bounce. That means that no matter what, Edgewood can either tie this or exceed it with the allotted time they have left. I mean, that is a huge bounce.
Oh,
Look gets his own! And they're just going to keep that out of Crusader hands.
It looks like they're going to try and, oh man, I think that might have been his plan that he concocted right there. To try and rebound that ball.
The Crusaders were not expecting that at all. Look just leapt right in for his own rebound.
Oh man!
And he and Eric Victorson are now waiting at the opposing basket.
And Ethan Victorson is snipers in position there.
All right, so Oregon leading by 2 points now. 9.4 seconds left to go. Ethan Victorson could make this a 3-point game.
And he will make it a 3-point game. Edgewood's gonna have to hit a 3 if they want to tie it here.
Oregon falling back into defensive positions. He's going to kick it out, and that's 3! Oh my goodness! Ladies and gentlemen, we may be going to overtime.
This could be overtime! But are the refs going to call it? Yep, they're going to give it to him.
Isandro Jimenez.
Oh, no. Are they giving him the opportunity for...
Goodness.
They're not giving him a free throw opportunity, are they?
A 3-and-1? I don't think so, Johnny.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
this
no.
is... They are.
This all rests on Jimenez's shoulders now. He's got a chance to seal this away for the Crusaders.
Oregon, man, what are you guys doing?
Oh, now it is no longer a quiet place in the O-zone. Jimenez sinks it.
Oh, man, they got to...
Edgewood storms the court. Barring a miracle from the Panthers, Edgewood has got this. Just 1 point difference. Either Oregon gets some lucky freak foul, or they just got to haul one off.
They got to haul one off. Long game, and
this isn't the thing to hope for when you're playing against a Catholic school. But Oregon's got to go for a Hail Mary, I think.
They
Johnny.
do got to go for a Hail Mary. There is no other option at this point. They got to get one of the Victorsons or Mr. Look to concoct something. This is, that is appalling. That makes me cringe.
Well, we're gonna get the Panthers setting up back for long passes here. Oh wow! Oh, I see what they're doing. They got Ryan Panzer all the way in the corner in his favorite spot. He's going to be looking for the shot there. Just a quick pass
moment right here
from Erickson, probably to Victorson. A quick haul off to Panzer.
They're calling in the heavy artillery on this one.
Oh, they're Edgewood's found him out immediately.
Oh.
That's not going to happen.
It might be a distraction though. That might be their game plan.
That could be. That could be. Yates kind of looking to block. And Edgewood's going to take it. That's going to be it, folks. 58-59. Oregon is just going to fall in a heartbreaking loss at the end there. They looked like they had it. Every effort made, especially from point guard Nolan Look. But ultimately, Edgewood's point guard Jimenez just came right back with it to tie it up at 58 with that miracle three, and also getting the and one there to push Edgewood over the edge. Wow, Johnny, that was as much Badger South action as you could have expected.
Man, I thought we had it in the books right there when it was like 9 seconds to go, and they had those 2 free throws from Victorson, that clutch three-pointer. I thought that was the dagger right there. And when Nolan Look hit that rebound on those free throws, I thought that was game over. And then out of the blue, they come back.
Yeah, credit to Edgewood. They really, they kind of were coming into this as the underdogs a little bit.
They really did the Floyd Mayweather on us, though.
Yeah, so that's going to put the Panthers at 2-1, and Edgewood is going to have in conference that is, and Edgewood is going to have an in-conference identical record with another win this time over the Panthers. So now, as far as we know, it's only Stoughton and Monona Grove that are unsullied in conference play. So that leaves us a lot to set up, folks. On Saturday, the boys travel to Watertown. Obviously, we don't continue away games, but they'll be doing their Badger South Gauntlet, continuing that with a game against the Goslings. The next time we'll be live broadcasting the boys is Friday, December 21st. I think Johnny's going to be joining us again. That's going to be a huge game. The Panthers will host the current conference leader, Monona Grove, and we'll be covering it all with our full multi-camera setup. So don't miss that live broadcast starting at 7 p.m. next Friday. In the meantime, we've got plenty of live Panther sports broadcasts between now and then to keep you satiated. This Friday, Panther Hockey hosts Monona Grove. We'll be covering that with our multi-camera setup. And next week, we've got 2 girls basketball games. The girls host Watertown on Tuesday and the Burlington Demons on Thursday. Tune in on those days. Yes, yeah, you got it, Johnny. Tune in on those days. Same time, same channel. From myself, my co-anchor Johnny McGrath, and Oregon Cable Access, this has been a presentation of OCAmedia Sports. Thank you for tuning in, and good night.